beautiful for Norwood. It might get on the end of it. It's Norwood. He's done it. It's the
Obviously, there was.
Wagwan.
Hello, it's been a lot. Well, it's not been that long, but it's been long enough to forget what I have to do. Hello, and welcome to the Latics Football Phone-In with me, Matt Dean.
Whoa, we've just got Matt Dean there. What's going on?
Oh, that's because I was on a call. I'll let it. Don't
Sorry,
worry.
don't worry, it's
Don't
fine,
worry. I'll
it's
change it
fine,
there. Don't worry.
fine,
No, don't worry.
it's
It's fine.
fine,
Edit
it's
name.
fine, it's
Yeah,
fine.
you don't. It's not dead
Fine.
air, Dave.
Yeah, there's a crime. Well, it's not Dave, is it? It's
All
sexy
right, I'm on it.
Dave.
Sexy Dave and
Sort it.
Matt. There we go.
Hey,
All
there
right.
we go.
Flipping
About
heck.
time.
Got a new theme tune, Dave.
Yeah, wrote the theme tune. Yeah, so all good.
Yeah.
Everyone's happy. Or are they?
Well, they should be.
Yes, promoted. It doesn't feel that long, actually, because we usually have,
4 weeks
Yes.
we've had off for something ridiculous like that. Like it's just flown by, hasn't it? I've had a week off on holiday. You've been on holiday.
I've been on holidays, yeah.
Thanks to everyone who's bought us coffees.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because that paid for the holidays.
It did indeed.
I wish.
Yeah, well,
Oh yeah. Good evening, guys.
good evening, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, we've got some new not new features. A revival.
A revival.
A feature revival,
Yes.
which I'm looking forward to.
Oh, did you go to COS at Eaton Park?
No.
I did.
Was it good?
Amazing.
It looked
Yeah,
like it was pretty
met
good.
Liam.
Pretty
He
lively.
said, sexy. How are you? Went, great.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was all good.
Yeah. It's all bollocks, man.
Yeah, they were really good. Yeah, and how many people turned up to your gig?
About the same amount as at Heaton Park.
Really?
yeah.
Really
It was
good
massive.
stuff.
Yeah, really
Good
good.
stuff.
Yeah.
Good.
So we've got that. We've got the calls. We've got 3 callers waiting, which is nice, isn't it?
Which is nice.
It is nice. So should we meet the first caller?
Yeah, let's bring him
Oh, there is a phrase that will trigger the old feature that we're bringing back,
Newly sponsored feature.
which is sponsored this time. Yeah, should say that the phone-in's still available for sponsorship.
It is, but we are in negotiations.
We've got irons in the fire.
Yeah.
But let's see if this guy wants to sponsor it. Brad.
Hello.
First call of the day, first call of the season. So I'm going to start it off in fashion because it's been a while. Boo!
Did you go to Friendly and boo?
The friendly, bloody hell, that Dundee one. It was a right good laugh up there. What a long journey that was. I can't remember how bloody far it is. Once you get to Glasgow, you're still 2 hours away.
Yeah.
Flipping heck.
Which
But yeah, it
you've
was
got
a- it was a fun.
you've got nothing else to do but drink on a bus. So what could possibly
Exactly,
go
and,
wrong?
and sing and pretend to be wrestlers. That's how we passed the time. And then a right good Triple H impression. We had theme tune going and did the old spitting the water everywhere. What a great time it was.
It was a really good turnout, wasn't it? It was like 444 or something, was there? It was
Yeah.
a cracking turnout that for a friendly. in
Something like
Scotland.
that. And I think up to about 450. And I tell you what, I've never seen so many Scottish Oldham fans. Like I didn't think we had that many. And, like just walking to the ground, like they're just speaking Scottish, and they're like, "Oh, I'm an Oldham fan." And then there's some guy who he must have been bladdered. He just shouted, "That's Mickey Mellon's mother!" And I was like, everyone looking like, "What's going on there? What's going on here?" They're just all drinking like Buckfast and stand and stuff. It was mental.
I mean, honestly, I can't imagine any place where you'd feel more at home, Brad. It sounds like you and the booze bus were right
where
at
the
home
booze
when you
bus got
got
out drank, I bet.
there.
Hey, that never happens. Never happens.
Sorry.
Oh.
So have you come? Like, I'm gonna be honest, right, about the whole thing with Wembley and everything, right? This is going to sound like I'm a right miserable get, but after about a week, I'd kind of moved on.
Really?
Yeah, honestly, everyone said, "Oh, I've been watching this," and I loved it, and it was one of the best days I've ever had at a football game, and that whole month of Halifax, York, and
Oh.
Wembley was unbelievable. What an incredible end to the season! But honestly, after sort of about a week, I was like, right, okay, that's done now. We need to look at next season. We move forward. We move on. How's it been for you, Brad?
I think I gotta agree. I like obviously the week. Like I think it was just like a big massive come down. It took me like a good week to like get over it. First of all, because it was just relentless, weren't it? From Halifax onwards, it was just
Yeah.
relentless, and I was knackered more than anything. And I think I just like thought, right, let's just leave it, park it on there. And I've not really thought much of it until like I think the start of July, really the season. I thought, right, let's have a look at what we're doing and stuff like that. And you can't really look on. Obviously, it's one of the greatest, probably the greatest game I've probably seen, and it'd be hard to be topped there. But you've got to be looking forward. You can't just keep dwelling on it. You've got to be looking to get what's the next thing we need to be doing, like going up again.
Yeah, exactly. We've got to get out of this division now, and it was just. But I mean, honestly, it was fantastic, and it's hard to believe that like it was only a couple of months ago. When was it? First of June? Yeah, it feels like again like a lifetime ago, but it was incredible. How are you? How are you feeling then about the upcoming season, Brad? What do you think about the business that's been done? And
Controversial opinion. I think we're weaker than our playoff team. So the team which won the playoffs won in that final. I think our starting 11 is weaker. And I know I might get shot down for that because we haven't really replaced Norwood. I know he was injured, but he still scored 10 goals for us. Raglan, I think, is going to be a big miss. Kitchen left back. Evans in the middle probably has been replaced by Woods. Ucheg Bullen has been replaced by Stevens. That's probably an upgrade. And obviously, Jorgen Nathan, we haven't replaced that. We haven't got that type of player. So I feel we're weaker, and I'm just a bit conscious. I have us around finishing around 16th at the moment. Obviously, that is just now. We still got transfer business to do. We need a striker, and I think more importantly, we need a midfielder. There's talk, obviously, of Pep being out for a couple of weeks. Someone said that he's sitting with a protective boot down there. Payne's out for 6 weeks, so that's probably two out of our three starting midfielders who are already injured. So we need some transfers in pretty quick, and we need a striker, and we need an attacking midfield, somebody who's box to box like Jorgen Evans. I can't see us getting him, but we need a player in that mould.
yeah, it's hard. I think when you come off such a high and you can see that there's such a great spirit and everything else, but it was always going to be that certain players left and the replacements are. They're tricky, aren't they? They're hard to get. We talk about a striker. We've got four on the books as it stands, haven't we? We've got Garner, Fondop, Waters, Harrott, five really. Drummond, and if Stevens is a forward player, then do we have to just have faith in the ones that we've got as well? I mean, surely this season we're going to try and get more crosses into the box for Fondop to get on the end of, and we know that he can score if you give him enough chances.
I think we tried playing a 4-3-3 at Dundee, and we got a lot of the ball. And we tried getting it out wide, but there was no end product. I know it's a friendly, but you try and see what they're working on. Fondop didn't know where to go. I think he needs that person like a Garner, Norwood to be next to him to help him out talking through the game, and it takes more things. It's probably easier to mark one person than it is two.
Oh yeah,
especially.
We saw that photo against Bradford where there was like 5 players around Fondop, weren't there? Against the Bradford friendly, where it's like there's 5 players around Fondop just on his own.
Exactly.
That picture said 1,000 words to me.
Exactly. That's why I like the 3-5-2 formation probably suits us, but I don't really think we signed the players for a 3-5-2. If you get what I mean? Because it looks like we signed actual wingers and not wing backs.
Yeah, I think he's going to go for a 4-4-2. I do.
I think we've got to play a 4-4-2 on Saturday with obviously Pep missing and Payne missing. So I think we've got to set up as a 4-4-2.
Yeah,
But
agreed.
it was a bit concerning to see. Was it Mellon who said, "Oh, I don't know which into it was that Month's fatigued"?
God. Well, that's the thing, isn't it? This is the thing. Everyone's saying that, like, they've only had a month off, haven't they? Really?
Exactly.
Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah, they've not had
That's
too
what I
long
mean, yeah.
off at all, have they? Yeah, and then it's straight back into pre-season training. But look, at the end of the day, they're all athletes.
First 4
aren't
games
they?
going to be really hard, and we've just got to get through them. I think we've just got to get through it and hopefully get no more injuries, and then see where we are by September. I'd say.
Yeah, I think we've got to agree with you. I think we've got. I think it's probably a good time to play MK Dons because they are clearly the favourites for the league. They've signed in place for £1 million from league above. They signed Callum Patterson from Sheff Wednesday. They've got some really good players. We might catch them a bit cold first game of the season. But people have said, like when Norwich got beat 7-0 off Colchester, and then they ended up getting their manager and romping the league. I can't see MK Dons not winning the league because they look like they're strengthened quite well. Like I said, we might catch them a bit cold. I think we'll keep it tight and play for our set pieces.
Mm. Yeah, but we haven't got Postman Pet, have we? So that's the problem.
Well, Conlon can deliver a good ball.
Yeah, potentially.
It's a weird one really because we are starting again in a lot of ways, aren't we? It's a new division. It's kind of like we've drawn a line under the 3 years in the National League and everything that entailed, and it's also drawing a line under a whole period of our history prior to that, isn't it, as well, in a way? It's kind of like, 3 years now since the Rothwells have taken over. The club is far more secure. We've got the academy coming through. There's the investment with things like Sportstown and the future plans and stuff. So we can see the direction that the club's heading in. We're back in the Football League. We don't want to be in League Two forever either, but at the same time,
we're in the Football
it's a
League.
much healthier place to be and to build the foundations for
more aware fans coming to the games, higher increased revenue.
So but at the same time, all that being said, like you want to carry that momentum forward from last season, don't you? Because like the way that we finished the season on the high, and this is something that I'm going to be banging on about a lot between now and the end of the season is the impact that we can have as fans, because those last 3 games was unique. It was a unique experience in terms of the way that the fans performed, the way that everybody at the club performed, all the players performed. The levels were exceptionally high from everybody, and what that did was incredible. The togetherness and the atmosphere and the passion from everyone. And I think we need to try and keep that going as much as we can. I know it's never going to be the same as those 3 games in the playoffs, but it shows the power that we can have as fans and what a full Boundary Park can do. And it's going to be 2,000 of us there on Saturday, Brad.
Exactly.
Can we carry on the party? Can we nick a result?
100%. Like, we shouldn't be going into it. Yeah, people say it's a 3-8. We should be going into every League Two game trying to win the game. 2,000 of us are going to be there. I think it's going to be a celebratory atmosphere that everybody's happy. We're back in the Football League. It's a game after Wembley. Everyone's going to be behind us. Everyone's going to be just ready for it. And I think we're going to create an absolute massive amount of noise and give the players a full backing of what we can. We sold more tickets than what bloody Barnet had on a Tuesday night in that Carabao Cup game. That's how mental the support is. And I wouldn't be surprised if we sell a bit more than that. But like I said, we're all going to be there. We're all going to be absolutely buzzing for it.
Yeah, I can't wait. It's going to be great. It is going to be a continuation of that, of the party atmosphere at Wembley. And, it's in a big stadium. It's obviously not going to be full by any stretch of the imagination, but it means that we can make a good noise in there. And
getting the fans, Adam makes a good point there. Last point there, getting people in early to create an atmosphere will be a big help for the players, won't it?
Yeah, definitely. Like I said, I think next Saturday, I think we'll try and do something similar to what we did with what game was it? The Halifax game, where everyone got to Brighton, had a few beers there, and then walked to the ground and get everybody in there. I think it's very similar to what we're going to do there. Obviously, Saturday people are going to be all over the place, but we're looking to get there for about 2:15. I think I'll probably say.
Going to get to the pub 10:15.
No. So we're doing Newport Pagnell for 12:00. We are.
Newport
Pagnell.
Yeah, exactly.
Adam also reckons that there's another Latics connection here, isn't there? Paul Warren's the manager at MK Dons, He reckons that if Leeds not won by Christmas, one, he's sacking on that budget. So there'll be a lot of pressure on him. Be good to get.
Yeah,
it'd be nice to go there and get a win because we've had some honking results down there, haven't we?
We never won
We
never won at Stadium MK. I've seen us get absolute spanked 7-0. I've seen us get spanked 4-0, 5-0, draw 4-0. So we've seen them all. So
what was it? 6-1 as well. That was one. Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah,
Kevin Mayer scored.
Yeah, Jan Buss in that day. But yeah, like I said, the season expectations, I know we should be saying it, but it should be a stability season. We are behind the other teams. Other teams have had a month extra off. They've been able to recruit the players they wanted. We didn't know what league we was in on the 1st of June. That's how late it was. I think if we have a good, stable season and a good cup run, I think that is an acceptable season for us, this one. But like I said, anything could change. Momentum can change. And
look at Leyton Orient. They were relegation fodder, weren't they? Till January, and then they went. Oh, nearly. Did they go? No, they didn't go up.
Got to the final. They got to the final. Yeah. But yeah, like I said, good solid season and something to build on. I think that's what I'm hoping for this season.
Yeah. I don't think we need to fear it. I don't think at all. I think we'll see. I think it's like. Going into this season, it's like I was saying before. It's almost like a clean start. We've signed new players. We don't know what that combination of players that we've got now is going to be like. We don't really know how Mellor's going to approach the season either, do we? Because like he's been.
It's his last year as well.
He was his last year in his contract. But last season we had the first half of the season, then we had the second half of the season, which were very different, and then we had the playoffs, which was different again. So I'm not quite sure what to expect at all. So that's why I'm kind of like.
It was a really roller coaster, weren't it? It was proper up and down, and so many ups and downs. And one thing I did notice at Dundee, we didn't hoof it. We like to pass it around a lot, and Monf and Daniels pass it around a bit too much for my liking at the back. They're a bit of a bomb scare at times, but it does look like we are going to try and play a bit more football than we do, instead of just going long at it in the diagonals.
Yeah, as long as we've got that, as long as you can mix it up when you need to and be direct when you need to, and that's what I feel like when during the playoff games we were a lot more. We played it on the ground a lot more, and we played it long when we needed to. So I mean, let's look. Norwood's goal came from an absolute hoof, didn't it? So it can work, it can pay off. But look, listen, you said something before which has triggered the feature. So
should we say it's sponsored by?
Well, that comes at the end, Dave.
Sorry,
just hold your horses. But we need to sign a striker. That was the phase. The phrase. Get admiring glances, 'cause it's the wheel of wonder. It's time to take your chances and spin the wheel of wonder. Spin the wheel, can I touch it? Spin the wheel, I wanna touch it. Spin the wheel, touch it. Spin the wheel, touch it. Spin the wheel, spin the wheel of wonder. It's back.
It's here.
The Wheel of Wonder is back. It's new. It's been redone.
It's here.
That's what I've spent today, cutting out and sticking.
Yeah.
And it's absolutely beautiful.
It's wonderful.
It's wonderful. And this year, it's sponsored by Sun in the Sands Holidays. So thanks for them for sponsoring. So as you can see on the wheel this year, what we're going to do, if you get a mug, you can get one of the mugs off our website. If you get a T-shirt, you can get one of the T-shirts. There's a mystery prize. And if you get a Sun, then you can enter into the draw for a free holiday by Sun in the Sands Holidays. So that's down in Camber Sands. So you'll get a 3-night break and a static home in Camber Sands at the end of the season.
To be taken any time outside of half terms between the 5th of February 2026 and December the 5th, 2026, depending on availability.
Yeah.
Find Sun on the Sands on Facebook and Instagram. And
we'll put the links in the show notes. So what would you like to win? Brad? Would it be a holiday or a mystery prize? You could get a crestfallen mug. They're still available.
Spin the wheel.
I don't know. I just got the Reverend and the Makers song, Heavyweight Champion.
Exactly. Yeah.
So 3, 2, 1, say it.
Spin the wheel.
Yeah. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. It's all right. It's just over. It's a mystery prize, Brad. You've won the mystery prize.
And the mystery prize is some goalkeeper gloves, children's
Fantastic.
goalkeeper gloves that were signed by James Norwood, Matthew Hudson, and number 14. Who was number 14 last season?
Garner.
Who?
Garner.
Oh yeah, it was Joe Garner.
Joe
Yeah,
Garner.
so Joe Garner.
Joe
And
Garner.
number 19. Who was number 19?
Anyway, don't know. Anyway, by them.
That'll be good for your little lad for the football school or whatever.
Love them. Me and Matt Hudson had a heart-to-heart in envy for about an hour, and then I gave him a Jaeger bomb, and he nearly absolutely spewed everywhere. And I went, "Get another one down you." He walked away. Then.
What do you think of re-signing Donaghy as well? I thought that was quite astute of him, because I don't think the number one place is guaranteed, is it? I think it's going to be up for grabs because
I think it's going to be Hudson. I think Hudson's going to be his number one, and I think obviously we've got quite a few cup games, haven't we, playing that checker trade and stuff. So
he's a good deputy, though, isn't he? He's a good deputy.
Exactly, so. Good keeper.
19 was Jez, apparently.
Yeah,
So-
Eastbourne he's gone to.
Yeah,
But
so
good
playoff
luck to-
heroes.
Also,
Right.
can we just say best of wishes to Ronnie Moore, who's been diagnosed with cancer, unfortunately.
all the
So
best,
all the
Ronnie.
best from
All
us.
the best,
Yeah,
Ronnie.
so
Right, Brad. Thanks for kicking us off, mate. You're very lucky.
Appreciate it. I know. I won some gloves. My son will love them.
Yeah, absolutely.
stuff.
Right, so we'll bring them to the game or something. All right.
see you later.
Cheers, Brad.
Bye.
See you later, mate.
Bye.
Right, we've got Ibby waiting, but we've got Gaz as well, so very patiently. So let's bring Gaz in. Hi, Gaz.
Oh, guys.
Can't hear you, mate.
1 minute.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
can you hear me now?
That's better, mate. Yeah.
Did you get everything sorted at the post office? Gaz, can't hear you.
No. I tell you what, we'll bring Ibby in. You try and get your thing sorted, and we'll come back to you. All right, mate. Ibby.
Evening, sexy Dave. I'm out. You all right?
Yeah.
Good, you.
Yeah, I'm all right. Hope you're enjoying your holidays.
Well, it's not. There's no more holidays now. We're back every week now, mate. So hopefully you've missed us and you're ready to go and ringing every week.
Of course I am. I'm looking forward to this season. We're back in League Two.
Yeah. Have you got faith in Mickey Mellon now, mate?
We have to give him opportunity. I told you when we went up that let's not talk about him at the moment. But I've been happy with the signings he's made, and just slightly disappointed the way Norwood was let go. But I don't know the ins and outs at the football club, but it's disappointing to lose him. We absolutely need a goal scorer in as soon as possible.
I think it'll be. I think the thing with Norwood is if he goes to Fleetwood and he's fit and he's banging the goals in our division, then it'll be very frustrating that he's gone. If he goes there and it's a bit of a repeat of what he's had at Latics and he's injured and he doesn't really do much, then it's justified. I think at this stage it's really hard. Obviously we can't say which one it's going to be. So hopefully he's going to go there and not score a lot of goals and we don't miss him. But we'll have to wait and see. But we've never had the most out of him, but since he'd been at Latics, but that goal at Wembley made up for everything.
Yeah, agreed. The injuries. Yeah, it's like any striker who leaves Latics. They always go on to have an illustrious career of a goal scorer, don't they? So,
But he's at the other end of his illustrious career now, so hopefully.
I think he's still got something.
Oh, he's still got it. Of course he has, yeah. But this is about whether or not he can do it over the season. What do you think that a player who came in the opposite direction a bit in Kean Harrott? Do you think he's going to be able to step up and fill at least some of James Norwood's boots?
I really hope he does hit the ground running, and I think he will do well this season. But we do need a goal scorer in there because this is a very difficult league. Now we're talking about League Two. And I hope he sorts this matter out quickly. And I think that Mr. Wood signing that we've made is absolutely a coup for us. I thought he was outstanding against Bradford City.
Or Woods.
Yeah, I think that is a very quality signing for our football club.
Yeah, and there's that lad from Solihull. I can't remember his name.
Stevens.
Jack Stevens. He looks tricky, doesn't he? So hopefully we'll.
Yeah, I've not seen much from him there, but it's all about when the season starts. We have to give these players an opportunity and not make daft decisions. Oh, he's crap, this and that. Mickey Mellon deserves an opportunity, and I thought his interview was absolutely very good on BBC Radio. What he did, and I could understand why players left. It's good that he's come out and told us. Now, what we need to do is support him and the players, Dave. And I'm absolutely happy that we're in League Two, and I can't wait for it.
Yeah. Well, that's it. We're in the Football League. We've been in the National League for 3 seasons. We've suffered. We've been to leisure centres. We've been to all these rubbish grounds, and I'd never want to go back there again. So it's about consolidation, but also moving forward and carrying on the momentum, as Matt said earlier. We can't just stagnate like we did for 16 years or something.
21 years.
21
in League
years.
One. Yeah.
Like,
but I think that this is different, isn't it? The momentum is going in the right
owners
direction.
who are trying to push the club in the right way. They want more. Yeah. So hopefully it'll all work out.
Guys, I think if we get a proper goal scorer in, I think we can get out of this league, because remember, 3 teams can go up out of this league. It will be difficult, but as we went up last season, it can be done. So we need to be positive.
It's 4. It's 4. It's
4. Yeah, 4.
Mate. One in the playoffs.
4, is it 4? I thought it was 3. Sorry.
No, it's 4, yeah. The thing is, the problem is with strikers is everybody is after a striker, and there's always somebody with a bigger budget that could offer better terms in a higher league when you're in the 4th division. So it's going to be hard to get the right player. It might go all the way down to the wire in terms of bringing somebody in. I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up bringing somebody in on loan who was young, maybe not proven, but was younger and coming down from a higher level in the way that Jorgen Nathan did. Look how brilliant he was for us, and so a loan
started slow as well. He started a little bit slow.
It's a marathon, not a sprint this season. We do need to start reasonably well, because that keeps everybody's energy up and enthusiasm up. But again, it is a relatively new team now. Someone we've not mentioned is Kane Drummond, who has shown he can play well. He's got pace, he's got enthusiasm. Didn't quite manage to finish when he was here last time. So hopefully, if he finds his scoring boots, then
he's the injection of pace we need.
Yeah, so there's plenty to look forward to. But I think we always say it. This should be one of the Wheel of Wonder questions. Really, is that not questions, but triggers? Is I completely forgot what I was going to say. The first 10 games. People always say, don't they? You get you have a better idea after the first 10 games. So we're at the first one.
Are you guys going on Saturday?
I am.
I can't. I'm afraid I've got family commitments. Unfortunately.
Yeah. I'm really looking forward to it, Ibi, because I think it's just going to be. I was describing it. I was on an MK Dons podcast. I was talking to them yesterday, and I was supposed to have them on tonight. I've just remembered I forgot to send them the link, so they won't be coming on unless. I've not put the link in the comments. If they are watching, you can go into the comments. By the way, lads, Liam, it was. And you can go in there, but
smooth broadcasting.
I know, we're a bit rusty. But what I was saying is, nice to speak
to you. I need to go because I need to pick up some food.
No worries.
Speak with you next week and let guys come on.
All right, mate.
Cheers, pal.
Thanks a bit. See ya. Bye. Yeah.
So we have put the link in the chat.
Yeah.
So if there's any chatterboxes out there who'd like to join the show, then please get involved.
Right, let's give Gaz a go now then.
Gazla.
All right.
He's on mute.
Yeah, you're on mute.
Right, last try.
Hey!
Lovely.
How was the post office, Gaz? Did you get everything you needed?
Yeah. They're really looking after their lines at the post office.
I tell you what, great domage as well.
Yes. Inside joke. Everyone else will be wondering what on earth we're going on about.
Inside joke. Yeah. No, it's okay.
Me and Gaz are lovers. It's fine. How you doing, mate?
I am very well. How are you two?
Yeah, very well. Yeah. Have you been missing the footy? Have you been glad of a break?
really glad of a break. Like Brad and you said, after that month of May, which was the most incredible month, it was a good rest was well needed, wasn't it? But,
it was.
It was worth every single second. I'm the opposite to you and Brad. I still watch the highlights. I still watch the full game. I still soak it in. I watch different videos. I watch different angles. It never fails to nearly make me cry every time. So, yeah, I'm still not over it.
I remember embracing you in the Hilton Hotel after the game. Oh, I was just holding you up, I think. But you just emotion. If you could put emotion into like you could embody or personify emotion of a football match. That was it. That was it. It was amazing.
Yeah,
even after the game, my lad getting on the players' coach and having a crack with them. It's just that day was probably the best day in football I've ever had.
Oh, definitely. For the full month, we were. I don't want to say we were lucky because we got to experience it, because we'd suffered to wait for that, hadn't we? We enjoyed that, and I know like at Wembley, we had the header of Yogi Nathan and the 2 chances of Fondots, but I'm glad they didn't score them because the way we did it was better.
I would have preferred the less nervy finish, but it's when we scored that goal from Norwood, I was like, right, penalties now. It's Fondop. It's got to be Fondop. It's got to be Norwood. And next thing you know, the ball had gone in, and it was just like, oh my god,
just
I've never been through the mill so much in terms of emotion. I've never felt so. I've just never felt like that before at a football match. It was. You can take the football match out of it and you just focus on the emotion of it. Like I don't think you're going to feel like that very often about anything in your life. You're going to have that kind of experience. So it was amazing. And what I was trying to say to Ibby before, I didn't quite manage to get around to it because he had to go and pick his food up. But was that Saturday coming? I know you guys went. I don't know. Did you go to Dundee? Were you on the buzz up to Dundee?
Oh yes.
Guys? Yeah. So you had that bit of a session and whatnot, but feels to me like Saturday at Milton Keynes is. It feels like we're all getting back together again for the first time since Wembley. It feels like
going back to school.
I'm getting goosebumps. I'm getting goosebumps thinking about it now because I know that it's going to be magic. We're going to be so loud and it's going to be incredible. I don't think Milton Keynes are going to be ready for what we're going to take, and hopefully we can have similar effects as what we did against York and Halifax in that regard. Fingers crossed,
Yeah, I fully agree.
Guarantees. But
I've been saying it in the groups I'm in, and people I've seen that. To me, Saturday should be a celebration. I know we've been in League Two before and we've been higher, but given what we've been through, this game Saturday is like it's very similar to the Dorking game for me under the Rothwells. But this is the real beginning of like the new era now, where we can build and we can have some project management around it. But it has to be a full day of celebration. Of look, we're back on the start of where we get to belong. We can celebrate these players and the management team who got us that magical month, and with each other, like being back together again, like getting the band back together and just ready to go. And I do think that getting in at 2:15, 2 o'clock, getting a full stand, roaring them out for a warm-up, will just lift the energy. If they were feeling a little bit worried about, some players missing or whatever, that'll quickly fade away. If that, they get that reception like they did at Halifax and York, they must have felt like absolute monsters amongst men when
10 foot tall.
Yeah. Absolutely,
it's our rebirth, isn't it? It's we're being reborn, aren't we, on Saturday?
Yeah. Just while I'm on, I'm going to hold my hands up and eat that massive piece of humble pie. I owe Mr. Mickey Mellon a massive apology. I doubted him. I questioned him. Said, we ain't going up. How many times did I shout sack him? But my God, we turned in. We had that Space Jam syrup, didn't we, in May? And there was no one beating us. It was
at least Mickey Mellon got the opportunity to call you a prick to your face, so which is nice, isn't it? You don't have to get that opportunity.
Well, he's got to fall in line with what everyone else calls me on a Saturday. So but like back to, I have no issue with that at all. It was just like that feeling of desperation is gone. It's lifted. Hopefully,
how do you think this is going to affect us, Gaz? Because it has changed. we don't have that hanging over us anymore, do we? Do you think it's going to change the psychology of everybody
I hope
involved?
so. I do hope so. I mean, it has for me, certainly, and I could perhaps be seen as one of the more less patient fans and more outspoken, but for me, definitely, that feeling desperation's gone. I'm not desperate to win Saturday. I'm not desperate to win the league by the end of August. I'm not desperate to be playing free-flowing football. You think back last year, we felt we've got to get up this year. So we were desperate to win every game. We were desperate to play Saturday if we drew Tuesday. We were desperate to be top by the end of August and desperate to be in that desperation's just gone. And actually, I think Saturday, for the first time in probably 4 or 5 years, we can actually enjoy a game. If that makes sense.
Well, hopefully, yeah. Hopefully that in terms of being competitive, on the pitch and all that kind of stuff. We need to show that we're here and we're against the play. Like Brad was saying, one of the biggest spenders or the biggest spenders in the division and everything else. So it's going to be a tough game, but it's probably, they didn't do well last season, Milton Keynes. They finished down towards the bottom of the table. You're not necessarily we know ourselves, you don't just flip the switch, do you? And even with signings become a great team overnight. So we have more momentum on our side than they do on theirs. So hopefully we can go there and get a result. I'll be happy with the result. Someone was asking about predictions. Ian there is asking about predictions. Difficult one to predict. I will take a draw today, 100%. What about you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we're not favourites, are we? We're expected not to get anything. So if someone offered you a draw now, you'd take it. But let's just have a go and see what happens.
With 2,000 fans behind you roaring, anything can happen. Yeah.
We might have a right good go, get beat 2-0, 2-1, whatever, but we can all say, do you know what, we've really competed there and the signs are positive. We just don't know.
Is Mickey Mellon going to change? Mickey Mellon's going to the Mickey Mellon that we know? Let's not get carried away by the last 3 games because that was different. But the Mickey Mellon that we know would be happy to go to MK Dons and on our first game and get a point, wouldn't he? Do you think? I don't think he's going to overly,
He's going to be pragmatic.
The fear factor won't be. We won't have the fear factor, I don't think, because because of the last 3 games that we had in the playoffs as well. I know it's a bit of a different side, but that momentum of winning and when the chips are down, when you're 2-1 down and you can do it, it's going to carry. It's going to hopefully that psychology will carry out through the team. I think
there's a few factors at play, isn't there? So obviously we've got a couple of injuries, but we know. When you look back at Mellon's careers, his teams on the whole usually start the seasons pretty slow, and I think that's because he likes to keep his team solid and build that foundations off the ball, doesn't he? So he will be thinking, right, month of August, let's not be getting into a habit of getting beat. Let's be solid. Let's be hard to beat. Well, he completes his recruitment, and then September onwards, you might start to see us look a little bit more expansive. But he's not going to change his style of football. It is going to be, direct, get off the front man. We know now it's difficult to watch, but there was an end result for us. So we should, when you ask what's it changed for us, Matt, there should be a difference in mentality in most supporters. I was a bit gutted, to be fair, after Dundee and a couple of the friendlies when I was seeing, he's shit, sack, and I was just like, hang on, the friendlies, and if we're going to judge these players, judge them off the last competitive game they played, which was Wembley. Don't judge them off 45 minutes against Bradford when they are nothing but fitness exercises.
Yeah, correct.
Win 10-0, lose 1-0. It means nothing.
No,
so
correct.
I don't think we should be reading into it. Well, there was things like going on about like Hudson's done this, Fondop's not moving this. That wasn't being said in them last 3 months when we had a Jorgen Nathan and an Evans, and when we were on it. We still got pieces to add to the jigsaw here. We've still got to find our way. So I just think.
And the other thing, guys, as well,
they chill out a bit.
Yeah, and let's look at. I mean, again, this is going to be my thing all season about the supporters. But look at, and I know that the players have a big part to play in it as well. But there was as soon as we got into the playoffs, there was a lot of negativity beforehand because we sort of scraped over the line, and that's fair enough. But as soon as we went into the playoffs, we dropped all the negativity, didn't we? We were just right, and no one, and it's that if we can adopt that positivity, and just during 90 minutes, you can have a morn in the pub after. You can, whatever. You can come on the phone in. You can go on your groups, be on social media. But during the 90 minutes, and like you said, even before the 90 minutes, if we can try and back the players, regardless, it's just like, this is our job. We're here to back you. We're going to support you. We're going to encourage you. Make as much noise as we can. I think it makes a huge difference. It's proven to have made a huge difference. So I'm hoping that we can. It'll be a difficult habit for some people to break because we've been at it. It's been in this habit for a long, long time. But we can make a difference, and hopefully the players will respond to it, and they'll give us something to cheer about as well, because it does work both ways.
Yeah,
I fully agree, Matt. I don't think I can. I can't disagree with any of that. It absolutely works. I think what I'd like to add is. Sorry, Dave. Just after the playoffs, a lot of us got a chance to speak and have a chat and a beer with some of the players. And definitely going forward for me is being mindful about, like, the players do read the hashtag, they do read social media, and I've cringed actually sometimes, especially when people have got new deals and it's like, how the fuck's he got that? And I'm thinking, oh my god, it just lacks class. And I've been one of those in the past where I've done it, and for me, certainly going forward, I'll be being really conscious about stuff like that, because they do read it and it does have an impact, good or bad. Yeah,
well, I think that's a great place to end it, Gaz. Gaz, I don't know what it is, but there we go. Gaz 25-26 at least. Brilliant, nice one, Gaz. Well, I'll see you on Saturday.
Disclaimer, I will be back on in November for the sacking podcast. So just
I mean, things change. I mean, this football. You say one thing one week, next week it could have changed. But all right, we'll see you on Saturday. Yeah,
all the best, mate. See you Saturday.
Cheers, mate. See you later. Cheers. Bye. Right, excellent. New Gaz. Almost Zen in his outlook there. Well, listen, we've one man whose faith in Mickey Mellon never wavered.
Oh no, he's going to let me live this one down.
He was his man from the off. His agent, Bin Man.
Hi,
Bin Man. How are you, mate?
You all right, pal?
Yeah, who was that last caller then?
Someone in a gas mask.
Gas mask.
Not a gas mask, a gas mask, yeah.
No, I want to start by saying, lads, I want to, seeing obviously the last couple of days that our former manager, Ronnie Moore, people didn't like him, but bit sad news, isn't it, lads? So let's give our best
Very
wishes
much so.
to him.
Absolutely.
Yeah, we did before, mate. Yeah.
I didn't hear
With
that.
his family. No, it's fine, mate. No.
But yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Quite rightly.
But no, I'm not on here to say about Mickey Mellon, that as much as I'd like to. But no, listen, it was a great end to the season, weren't it? It was just absolutely, it had everything. I went from the low of impossible to the highest possible in 10 minutes, didn't we? It was just when that second goal Southend went in extra time, I thought, no. Then 10 minutes later, we're celebrating promotion. It's like mad into it.
It's just you can't put into words what the emotions were. It was just breathtaking, weren't it?
It's hard to talk about it because it was that mad, weren't it? Because what was going through my head were going back
we were there, and we're going to talk about it for years to come. We were there, and we'll be telling our grandchildren and that, everything like that. It's amazing. Taking my boy to that game, his first visit to Wembley.
Absolutely. So plenty more to come now, though. That's like Brad earlier. First call, he said, let's kick on now. We can get further and further and further, and we can do it. We can. I know we can.
I put a tweet out earlier in the week saying, like, off the back of the ticket sales, about like, here's to like a brief spell of being the biggest club in League Two, and it'd be nice if we could get promoted this season, but let's be realistic, and we can't expect promotions to come along back to back after such a long wait. But hopefully we won't be in this division for too long. The club, the Oldham Athletic of today, is a too big a club for League Two. It's the fan base, the ambition, the quality of the way it's being run, the manager, the players that we've got. Our stay here should be brief. How brief that is, well, we don't know. But we're traditionally higher placed than League Two. We're at least a League One club. That's the destination for me. if we get to League One, we're kind of back at where it all started going wrong. That's the level. Do you know what I mean? We're
Yeah.
kind of like, everything's been undone, and we're back to where our level is. So, but having said that, like you just said there, Bin Man, that while we were at Wembley, the thought of going back into the National League was hard to swallow, wasn't it? And I think that's where the joy came when we realised that we weren't going to have
It
to.
was. I think it was just like getting the monkey off the back, weren't it? It's like no promotion for that long, seeing everyone winning it. Because, older fans have been to Wembley see Latics, but not one of us has seen us win at Wembley. So that was an experience for everyone to see. But the thought was going through my head of walking and Boreham Wood and Solihull, it was depressing. But listen, you're right, Matt. I think we are, we want to be in League One, but, I see teams like top end of League One, Leyton Orient and Wycombe, Luton have done it. Why can't we be up there with them?
Yeah.
We're bigger. If we're bigger than them, if not the same, but I think we're pretty much bigger than them.
I don't think that the playoffs is unachievable this season. I think it's totally achievable. A good run at some point in the season can really push you on, as long as you pick up enough points early on in the season to sort of keep in it. We've seen from the last couple of seasons that the board will back the manager if he needs players and through the season. So obviously it's slightly different. We've got the transfer window to contend with now, which we didn't have before. So we're going to have our business done by the end of August and whatnot. But there's no reason. Momentum, we've not had, I was saying it to the MK lads yesterday, we've not had this kind of upwards momentum for 35 years. It's always been downward momentum. Like we can't even, and prior to that, we'd only experienced it once in a long, long time. So this is a new thing for us and a new feeling, and we don't really know what it's like to go into the next season after being promoted. So we don't know what that momentum is. We don't know how powerful it is. We've forgotten all about it, really. So I mean, it's the players will be buzzing. The atmosphere seems to be great amongst them, doesn't it? So
Mickey Mellon, last time he did get promoted from this league, went on to do it again.
Yeah,
with Zambi, he got back to back. I'm not saying that could happen. There is a chance it is, but I really believe that we'll probably finish. I think we'll finish 10th or 11th. That's where I think we'll finish this season. I think, like people have said, we are a bit behind everyone else. We finished so late, so we might be a bit behind everyone. But in saying that, we still got all August to recruit, and I think personally, he's probably going to wait to get the players in towards the end of August when teams have said, right, he's not getting game time. You can go out on loan, or you can go, because that's what I think teams will do, and I think that Mickey will capitalise on that.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
It's not Mickey as well. It's Terry McPhillips as well. Do you know what I mean? He's
of course,
savvy operator. Like Jürgen Earthen, Stones. Sorry about that, but these players are complete unknowns. Kai Payne. Do you know what I mean? They're good players, so they'll have the list and they'll be looking, and they're very astute, aren't they? So
I mean,
I tell you what, though. Oh, sorry, go on, Matt. Sorry,
like Donaghy as well. He's a shoot keeper, good signing.
I will say this, though, lads. I was so impressed with how Joe Garner was. When he started against Ebbsfleet, everyone looked at that team and thought, what we doing? But I tell you what, he was probably the biggest reason why we got promoted. Is the penalty at Wembley, calm and composed, stuck it in the net. Because if that was Fondop, no disrespect to the lad, everyone would have been, we would, because he is. For me, he's not a penalty take where Joe Garner, he's been there, he's done it, he's worn a t-shirt. He was absolutely immense. The experience that he brought, for me, got us promoted.
Yeah.
The goal against York, just to take it first time,
what
to score.
And his work rate as well. And when he went off against York and Norwood came on, it made life more difficult for the rest of the team because his work rate wasn't there and Norwood wasn't doing the same kind of shift that Garner was doing. You're right, he was absolutely superb. And when we were doing at the end of the season podcast and the squad pod, we were thinking, if we can get that Joe Garner and he can do that, he's just got his age, can he manage it and the injuries? But he's still class, isn't he? Obviously,
I'm going to say it. I'm going to say this as well, and I don't want to be lambasted. But he will have the edge on the referees in League Two because they're far better than the National League referees. The referee, because they're proper like they're like league associated status. You know what I mean? So they want to be going up. So he'll be doing all sorts to get the dark arts going. Joe Garner, you know, compared
Oh,
to the National
he's
League.
got
You know,
6 months, hasn't he? So I think, is that a case of waiting till we got our strikers in, or get a bit more players in, or is he signing 6 months? I don't get it why we're signing for 6 months, really, but
I think
is he
he said to me he was going to retire after the season because you can't top that. But he's probably been convinced to stay, and he's probably just done it out of respect for Mickey, and he wants to be around and bring in these new players, as you say.
And if he's fit and he's feeling good, which he obviously seemed to be after the playoffs, then a good character to have around.
Go into a coaching role afterwards.
See how he is after 6 months. If he feels like he can carry on the season and he's not been out, on the treatment bed all for the first 6 months.
He dislocated his shoulder at the start of last season, didn't he, in the friendly? So that's why he was out for so long. But imagine if we'd have had him all season. I don't think we would have been as far down in the league. I think we would have done a lot better.
I just think personally, come February, Mickey Mellon knew the league's not ours, it's Barnett's, and maybe York might get a bit closer to him. But he knew the league were gone. He was looking at it, getting them playoffs. Don't risk, like I.E. Garner, don't rush them back. We'll wait for the playoffs, and we'll be animals in the playoffs. And guess what? It worked, didn't it?
Yeah.
Well, look at. I know Paddy Madden's a little bit younger than Joe Garner, but look at the impact he had on Stockport when they had the first season in League Two.
Yeah,
it was outstanding.
Absolute massive, and that's what Joe Garner brought to us. He was just, absolutely brilliant. But everyone to a man in them playoffs, absolutely brilliant. He gave me the best day of my life. And do you know what? Last year, lads, I said I wanted to see Oasis live. Went on Brad Stag do and seeing Oldham get promoted at Wembley. I can die in happy, man.
What a year! Brilliant.
Do you know what I want?
No.
I want to understand what the implications of fire safety are.
I was just thinking that. Bin Man, thanks for the call, mate. We've got Adam lined up. We've got one more call after this to take us through to the hour. But thanks, good to talk to you, mate. See you Saturday.
Bye.
See you later, mate. Bye. Yeah, so we haven't got a sponsor yet for the phone in, but we do have one for the podcast.
So if you want to be a sponsor, this is what you could potentially get. If you were the sponsor of the phone.
Yeah, well, I mean, this is amazing.
Fire experts, fire safety experts at Pendle New Tech. We train fire marshals, fire safety marshals at Pendle New Tech.
Pendle New Tech have fire experts across the UK covering all your local and national needs. With over 100 years experience in the fire safety industry, you know that you can trust
Pendle New Tech.
Right, enough of that now. They also do fire extinguishers.
They do.
So yeah,
Tech for all your fire safety needs.
So thanks for Sebastian from Pendle New Tech for sponsoring the podcast. Yeah, right, Adam.
Hello, mate.
I can see you were grooving away then, weren't you?
Mate, I wasn't because nothing went on. I just seen you two bobbing.
Which is fine because
it was just
that's entertaining.
Jazzing along, so
that's
if you watch
fine.
that back, it's quite entertaining, that one.
Well, that's okay. Well, Simone, I think, kind of wants to sponsor us now just for that because she could presumably hear it. So, but anyway, enough of all that. How are you feeling, Adam?
Very zen. Very zen.
Very zen.
Okay.
Yeah.
No,
Why not?
It's nice, isn't it, not to, like, as Gaz hit it perfectly there, people were getting more and more anxious, and you only have to look at the National League this year to see what an absolute beast it's going to be with some of the teams that are throwing money at it. Even Rochdale will throw money at it, and they've brought in some decent players. Obviously, Carlisle are always going to be up there anyway. York, it's going to be an even worse league, I think, this year to try and get out of. So
yeah, I agree.
Got out at the perfect time, and
yeah,
I think if not, it could have been a lot worse for us. So
yeah,
we can only go off what we've got, but no, it's exciting, and I think as all fans have got to be now, we've got to be accepting that it is going to be another rebuild, isn't it? Another process of whether Frank goes down that three-year route again of stabilising ourselves, looking to push on and then throw money at it the third year. I don't know whether that's the same process or not again, but you'd like to think that this year's obviously they're not going to say they're not going to go for it, but I think this year is definitely more about stability and getting a foot in the league. And I think for me personally, probably 12th to our home in 17th might be a realistic target given our current squad. But hopefully we get some more additions because we definitely need a bit more firepower, don't we? A bit more pace up there.
Yeah. The thing is now, though, the difference between now and 3 years ago is it's a football team that needs rebuilding, not a football club that needs rebuilding.
Yeah.
Massive difference. And you think back to some, just as you were talking then, Adam, I was thinking back to some of the pre-seasons and the seasons that we've gone into.
Trial Fair, BC,
Steve Robinson season, for example. You know, like when you got a handful of players, you know, this is when we were in League One and under Corney and that, just going into it completely unprepared. And this season we're going in off the back of a promotion. You know, some incredible memories, some heroes on the pitch that are going to come out. They're players that we actually genuinely have got a lot of affection for and have given us a lot. So it's a totally different season, a different mindset. It's chalk and cheese. You know, when me and you we first got to know each other, Adam, like 5 seasons ago, where we were at then, we were in League Two then, weren't we? Just the first season in League Two.
My first ever podcast was when I appeared on the podcast was with Adam after the Bradford City game, where we had Hallam Hope, you know, up front, and we had we couldn't play Jason Lukeweiler because he wasn't registered. Just horrendous.
It was just we were on the skids, weren't we? We were heading.
Worst.
Just think where we are now. It's incredible, isn't it?
I remember talking about the likes of Jan Batty and all those sort of inspirations. Yeah, it's completely different now, isn't it? And I mean, obviously we talked about, yourselves talked about MK Dons before, and you know the quality that they've got, and there is going to be teams that are a lot more set up for going again this year. But I think just getting a foot in this league and adding
just
again,
staying in the league,
maybe
stay in the league. That's fine.
Obviously, January, you know, could be key to a few more additions because obviously we've not got the outside of the transfer window now. We can't just pick and choose whenever we want, but hopefully we've got that squad that, you know, gives us a real decent chance of doing something for the next couple of years.
No more FA Cup preliminary rounds, no FA Trophy, no non-league day. It's it's so much better, isn't it?
Well, Adam, everybody always says that the top half. Everybody always says that the top of the National League and the bottom of League Two is not much of a difference. So, on that basis, you'd think that, you know, and with the momentum, mid-table should be achieved. Like, you know, Bridman mentioned about 10 or 11th. I'd take a top 10 finish. 100%. That'd be good. That would be good.
Yeah, definitely. The grounds as well, isn't it? You know, go into actual football grounds rather than sheds and community centres. The likes. Yeah.
Grounds with atmospheres and roofs. You know, no more Altrincham away where you have to, your noise gets drowned out by the sky. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, you know, it's just.
But look, there's League Two is still, there is still some, you know, not great sort of, you know, with all due respect to them, some pretty.
I'd rather the
small clubs
away than Altrincham away.
But,
that's where I'm at.
You know, there will be fans from other clubs coming to Boundary Park on a slightly more regular basis. You know, it's a step up. There's no two ways about it, and it's also just one promotion away from League One, and League One now seems like a really big league, and it has had some really big clubs in it.
Sheffield Wednesday, Birmingham City.
Sunderland, Ipswich, Norwich, Leicester, Southampton have all been, Leeds, Notts Forest have all been down there in recent times. You get, you know, League One now is like, we can get back to that level. Then, you know,
Plymouth are down there.
It's amazing that the way that perspective changes, isn't it, Adam? When you look, the difference of looking up to looking down, and I think we unfortunately, I don't think we ever wanted to go to the National League, but we did need a reset. We did need the energy of things changing to get us on this momentum. So I don't regret everything that's happened. It's actually been quite good for the club in the long run.
Yeah, it was definitely needed in the sense that we needed to get rid of a lot of waste within the club, whether that be players, senior directors, you know, other people along the way that
just
weren't good for the club. And you know, you look at the ground now compared to what it was night and day in the income
The
that
pitch,
generates.
the pitch,
Yeah.
the fans
Everything's
bar, hospitality,
Everything's such a better place
Club.
to be, isn't it?
Yeah.
club shop, but don't mention the kit.
But yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, I mean, like with the Atleticos as well, huge credit to what they've achieved over the years and the way that it started off and the way that all that came together against Halifax. I mean, I think to have had our best ever, and I stand by this, our best ever home atmosphere in a National League playoff game, when we've been in the Premier League, when we've had FA Cup quarterfinals and semi-finals and things like that at Boundary Park, League Cup semi-finals and stuff like that. But for me, our best ever atmosphere, in my experience, was a National League playoff game, and that shows the progress that the club's made. There was more colour, there was more atmosphere, there was more energy. It was incredible, and that to me just shows that the club is it's on a different footing completely. So I think Gareth summed it up perfectly. And he said Saturday's a celebration. Let's try and enjoy this season. It's a bit easier in the summer. It's harder in January evenings and things like that when it's cold and wet and you're struggling a bit. But let's try and enjoy this season. Yeah,
it doesn't matter.
You just got to support Mellon and the lads, and obviously we've all been proved wrong. Myself and Dave, well and truly know.
What do you mean? I've supported him all the way.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Sir Mickey of Mellonshire.
That humble pie along the way. But no, it's, all of us have been there. We understand. We've had our frustrations, but he's got promotions from the National League, got promotions from League Two. We've got to let him have that free reign and just trust him.
He's got us promoted, for God's sake.
In the past. We've not trusted the manager for long enough. And we need to give him that trust again.
The stability off the pitch and the stability sort of in the back room and the stability with the manager is really important. We needed to have a manager in place. Just ride it through the some of the. We were in the top five. We know people were crestfallen and all that. We've been through all that, but you just need to ride it out sometimes. Yeah, okay, you're going through a phase where you're not playing brilliantly. Results aren't always going your way, but you've got to stick with things because it's only through that consistency that the club will move forward and. We've seen that now. So, right. So, predictions. You mentioned 17th. How do you think we're going to get on against the big spenders on Saturday?
I'm going to be positive. I think we'll come away with a draw. I think we'll nick a draw 1-1.
What if it's like a 3-3 draw? Imagine. It'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Gaz has predicted a draw as well.
It'd just be exciting, wouldn't it? It'd just be exciting to be involved in a proper game of football.
3-0 down at half time and then a 3-0 draw. That's the dream, isn't it? Or a 4-3 win.
I mean, the last game I went to, we had Paddy Kenny in goal, and that didn't go down well. So, it's been a shocker of a run since we've been going to that ground, hasn't it?
Thanks, Adam.
Are you going, Adam?
Yes, I'll be there.
Are you going?
Yeah, getting the train down.
Brilliant. Nice one. I'll keep an eye out for you there, mate.
Get on the beer.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Have a great day. Keep an eye out for you, and thanks for getting in touch, mate.
All right, gents. Look after yourselves. See you soon.
Yeah,
cheers,
you too. Bye. Right, we have one more feature to do before we wrap up. Thanks.
What? Sexy Dave's Loves Tips. Well, that's next week, isn't it?
That's next week. That's the hour-long special.
Sexy Dave Loves Tips.
That's Dave's 3-minute special.
2.5.
Just like Dave. Right.
Facts about, and you find out about
Milton Keynes.
No one in Milton Keynes has ever met. He's ever half a mile from a park.
Milton Keynes is nowhere near Wimbledon.
Ooh. Most club appearances by MK Dons is Dean Lewington with 917.
2012 gold medal winning long jumper Greg Rutherford grew up and still lives in Milton Keynes.
Ginger. The Cock Horse nursery rhyme refers to a horse rented from the Cock Hotel in Stony Stratford.
There are over 20,000 parking spaces in central Milton Keynes, Dave, but there's none available at the ground on Saturday, apparently.
The first MK Dons manager was Stuart Murdoch, no relation to Rupert, from the 1st of July 2004 to the 8th of November 2004.
Oh, it's not very long, is it? Over 2/3 of the borough of Milton Keynes is countryside.
The Roman villa at Bancroft was discovered in 1967 by a man walking his dog. The name of the dog is unknown.
which is a shame, really. Their first FA Cup goal scorer, Wade Small, scored against Lancaster City in the FA Cup first round, 13th November 2004.
The MK Dons football goals is based at Stadium MK, which is 30,000 all-seater stadium.
MK Dons is regarded by many as the most hated club in England.
I agree.
Facts about and you find out about.
MKs.
Right, so there we go. We made it, Dave. We made it.
Looks like we made it.
Yeah, so well done.
Look at Bob Isaacs.
Roundabouts. 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 And we found out roundabouts. Yeah, so there we go. We see we're freestyling.
Yeah.
We've made it, guys. It's been good. It's good to be back.
Don't mention them, man.
I know.
Don't
I
do
wasn't
that.
gonna.
Oasis.
I know.
sang
Well,
a
they
lot.
started it, didn't they?
Well.
Yeah, it's
Anyway.
good to be back.
Hello.
So thanks for joining us. The podcast is back. Sponsored by Pendle New Tech on Monday.
Yes.
We'll see you at Milton Keynes. Come and say hello if you see us. And
Buy us a coffee if you want.
you won't be there, will you?
No.
Oh, buy us a coffee. It's funny you should mention that. Hey Dave, did you know that listeners can now buy us a coffee or any other kind of hot beverage? What's your favourite hot beverage, Dave?
A macchiato.
And how do you like your macchiato?
Black with lots of milk.
No cream?
No.
Well, if you want to buy Dave a
Macchiato.
then go to buymeacoffee.com/we are Oldham. I'll just have a Nescafe.
Thank you, listeners.